Okay, I'm live. I'm doing it. Perfect. I'm just getting my other screen turned on so I can see the chat. Okay, I'm live. I'm doing it. Perfect. I'm just getting my other screen turned on so I can see the chat. Okay, I'm live. I'm doing it. Perfect. I'm just getting my other screen turned on so I can see the chat. Okay, I'm live. I'm doing it. Perfect. I'm just getting my other screen turned on so I can see the chat. Okay, I'm live. I'm doing it. Perfect. I'm just getting my other screen turned on so I can see the chat. Okay. I hear a weird echo, so I think we're good now. We're just gonna hop right into it and hope the technology is behaving itself. If you can hear me okay, like I said, message me in the chat so I can make sure everything's working. Because like I said, it's my first time, which is really exciting. First live stream ever. And I'm hoping to do these every Tuesday, same time, same place. So hopefully you can join me every Tuesday. I'll be doing a small painting every week in 1 hour. So yeah, I'm super excited. We had a vote on Instagram. I had 3 different options for lotuses for y'all to pick, and there was a tie between the last 2. So I just go ahead and chose this one because I just like this one and the colors, and I thought it'd be a good first time, and then I think we'll do the other lotus next week. So we will see both, so don't be disappointed if you wanted to see the other one. We're going to do this one this week. The pink one, the like pinkish, and the like light yellow one next week. So, not sure if you can see it, I'm going to do a little close-up. That's one we're working on today. And go ahead and throw my reference photo right there. And then I actually got started with the background already. So that way we'd be ready to get started, because if I don't do the background first, it would still be wet, and I don't think I'd be able to finish in a quick manner because it would still be wet and it would get all muddy. So the background is ready to go. Started off with this nice light green color, kind of washy. And yeah, we'll just kind of start hopping right into it. Hopefully people are getting here. Looks good. Oh, looks like you can hear me, but it's kind of quiet. Interesting, interesting. Maybe I'll just talk louder for now. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to start off with some fun brush strokes in the background before we jump into the lotus. So I'm not sure if you can see my palette here, but I'm just going to start getting it ready to go with some light blue strokes in the background. Just kind of brushy, messy, doesn't matter too much because we're going to cover it up eventually with some lotus anyway. So this is just kind of like fun, expressive in the background. Not sure you can see that too well. Let's make it a little brighter maybe. Darker, brighter. We'll see what happens. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. Okay. Clean off my brush here. And I'm going to start adding in some purple because there's also some purple in the background here, so a little bit dark purple. Throw that in. Ooh, yeah, that looks great against that green background. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. Like I said, this part's pretty messy. It doesn't really matter too much because it's just kind of adding some interest to the background here. You won't see too much of it behind the lotus, but what you do see will be really fun. On camera, it looks really messy. Maybe in the future I can have like a close-up camera and a far-away camera, but we're not there yet technology-wise, but we'll get there. We'll get there. A little more purple down here. There's kind of like a darkness behind the lotus. I don't know if you can see it around this lotus, but I'm going to kind of add some darkness around the lotus so that way it really pops once we start to add the pink in. Also have to remember I'm on a time crunch, so I can't linger too long. Like I said, this is going to be a 1 hour live stream. Finish the painting in 1 hour. So the pressure's on in a good way. In a good way. Alright. Yeah. I think I'm liking how that's looking. Maybe a little more blue. On camera it's really not popping, so I think I want to make it a little bit brighter. With some white, a little bit of blue. Hopefully not too much. And just kind of stripe it in there. Oh yeah. And it's kind of mixing with the colors underneath. I like the way that's looking. And what's good about the time crunch too is I really want to be looser with my paintings anyway. So the time crunch kind of forces me to be a little bit looser with my paint strokes, not get so tight with my form, and then that way I end up with like a more painterly looking painting, which will be really exciting. Kind of forces me to practice being looser. Okay, so I'm liking the way that background looks. I'm going to let that kind of dry out, and we're going to start on the lotus in just a minute. I think I want to add a little more green in this bottom corner because I'm seeing too much canvas show through here. And I don't love that. I'm just going to kind of brush in a little more green here and there. Yeah. Amazing. I think what would be fun too is to like splatter a little bit of yellow. Might be a bit crazy, but why not? I think it'd be really fun to just let that kind of pop. So let's do it. Just getting the brush really loaded up, watery and wet with yellow. I'm just gonna splatter it on there. Oh, okay. All right, it's fine. It's fine. Maybe a little less. Nice. Okay, done. Done. Wow, that splattered a little differently than I expected, but that's all right. What's great about paint is you can always take a paper towel. Let me get a clean one. You can always take a paper towel and kind of smudge it out a little bit, and that way kind of take away the parts you don't like so much, but leave the parts you do like. Something my art teacher taught me a while ago is subtraction, meaning taking paint off the canvas, is just as useful a method as putting paint on the canvas, and that changed my whole painting game. Let's see. Oh, someone's asking, how do we choose which colors to use? Good question, good question. For me, it's like I like to make my reference photos on my iPad ahead of time because that way I know which colors I'm going to be using, and that way you can play with colors until you find out what looks good, and then your colors are already chosen for you, so you don't have to think that hard about it when you're doing it. And if you want to see a tutorial about how to make sources using Procreate on your iPad, I have a video on my channel you can check out. Shameless plug. Anyway, let's see. Okay, now that we have some yellow splatters and the background's looking pretty good. Okay, we're 10 minutes in. We still got plenty of time. Not even worried. I'm going to start blocking in the lotus with a smaller brush. It's much smaller. And yeah, I'm going to just freehand block it in, which is not usually how I do things. I usually will trace my subjects before I even start painting. But like I said, I'm trying to be more painterly, so that means giving myself more wiggle room, make sure it's not as perfect. Like I have space and time, maybe not so much time, but I've got the space to make mistakes, let it be more painterly and just kind of sketch it in with paint and let that be okay. So load it up with some nice pink and we're gonna sketch it in. Hopefully it's pretty dry. It's not, but that's okay. It should be fine, totally fine. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it, but we got our lotus here. It's in the bottom left corner. And I'm gonna go ahead and start sketching it in and hope for the best. So I'm gonna start kind of in the middle here with the middle petals right about here. This is the part that takes concentration, so don't mind me. And I'm basically blocking it in with like kind of a medium tone, so that way I can come back on with the highlights and the shadows and really define it as we go. So here we go. I wonder if I can zoom you guys in a little bit while we block this in. Let's see. Oh yeah, sure enough. Oh, hi! I don't know how to say your name, but I think it's Alicia. And we've talked, because you're at Milan as well. And I've been loving your reels lately, by the way. Your Ariel piece, Little Mermaid, fantastic. Been loving watching that journey. So now I'm just blocking in the petals of the lotus. Very, very carefully. This is the part that takes precision, so hopefully we'll be alright. And what's nice about painting flowers is like, they're pretty forgiving because petals can be misshapen, they can be uneven. So that's kind of why I picked a lotus for this live stream, is because they're pretty forgiving. As long as you still make them petal shaped. Hopefully y'all can still hear me, I know it was quiet earlier. Yay, thank you so much. Alicia, did I say it right this time? Alicia? I think so, hopefully. And thanks, I've been trying to do more reels as well. They're kind of hard to do all the time, but. Okay. Keep blocking in these petals. We're getting there. Wow, it looks really good on camera. I'm glad, thank goodness. Looks better on camera than it does in person. Another thing that I love about painting too that I learned is I found out that like doubt is part of the creative process, and just like letting that be okay, you know? Because right now I'm like, ooh, we'll see if this turns out. But I can kind of relax knowing that doubt is part of it, and it's okay if I feel doubt. It doesn't mean it's not going to turn out, just a feeling, not scary. But we are getting there on this lotus. Okay, perfect. Keep locking it in. Oh, perfect. Max says you can still hear me. Thank goodness. Maybe next time I'll set up a microphone. Probably make it easier for y'all to hear me if I set up a microphone next time. Alright, now we're getting to like the outer petals so they can kind of be a little bit more wily and fun, free. So over here, and these petals, yeah, nice. Amazing. Awesome. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. Taking some time out of your Tuesday to hang out with me while I paint. If you have any questions at all, feel free to drop them in the chat and I'll answer them when I have a second. Because, yeah, why not? We have the time, we're hanging out. I don't mind answering questions. I get a lot of questions about Milan Art Institute as well, so I might, once this lotus is drying a little bit, I might answer some of those frequently asked questions about Milan. I'm realizing that my lotus is a little bit higher up than it is in the picture. Like it's not quite reaching the bottom corners here. But it's okay. It's okay. Let's see here. This is this. And this is going to come out like that. I always notice when I'm painting, I've noticed this when I film reels, I have this little hand kind of like hanging here. Like while I paint. Now that's all you're gonna see. Oh wait, you can't really see me in my full body. But my hand will just kind of, my hand that's not painting will hang there like a little T-Rex arm. Kind of cute, but I don't know what else to do with it. Man, it's funny. Oh yeah, this lotus is looking good. I'm so proud of myself for freehanding this lotus. Wow. Oof. Cool. A few more petals in here and then we'll be on our way with adding details and whatnot. Cute. Let's see. Oh, Alicia's asking if I am using acrylics. Yeah, I'm using acrylics for this painting because since I'm doing it in an hour, I need the things to dry quickly enough to actually proceed. But you could do an oil painting alla prima in an hour. I just am not as used to oil paints anymore now that I haven't been at Milan. Like, I don't know. I always start with acrylics, obviously, and then I'll use oils for the last layer. But when I'm trying to do a quick painting, I'll use acrylics like this. So yeah, these are acrylics. Okay, lotus is blocked in. Amazing. All right. Now I'm going to start adding some details in the lotus. Let's see. Where do I want to start? I think it'd be nice to add the yellow that's in here in the little circle. Like, not in the circle, it is a circle, but add the yellow that's in the middle of the lotus here. Yeah. And I want it to be like a darker, like golden yellow, so not too bright. And let me know if you like the close-up view better or if you like to see me in the shot better, because I wish I could do both, but for today we're just going to have it one or the other, so let me know. But I think the zoomed in is kind of nice because you can see more of the painting, what I'm actually doing in here. So, like, do I want to add the yellow? It looks so cute without the yellow. Kind of scared. Okay, let's just. Okay, you know what? No, I'm just gonna wait on the yellow because I kind of like it. It's looking kind of what's the word? Like kind of like more like an imprint, like a symbol. Like you kind of just stamped the lotus on there, and I kind of like that. So I'm gonna add the details of the lotus, and then if I feel like adding the center later, I will. So now I'm grabbing a brush that's more like a detail brush, like a pointed brush. And I'm gonna start adding in some of those darker areas in the lotus. So I'm gonna mix together like a pink and a purple. So I get like a nice, like magenta color. And I'm just gonna start adding in, a lot of the tips of the flowers are darker. So I'll start adding those in here. Ooh, there we go. And it's good when you're like making these lines to make your paint pretty wet. Oh yeah, that's nice. That is lovely. Okay. What time are we at here? Oh, we're only 20 minutes in. Okay, good. And what's also nice about acrylic paints too is you can kind of like paint over things. So if you don't like something, it's just like really forgiving right away. So that's another reason I chose acrylic for this live stream, because if I make a mistake, luckily I can just paint right over it and we're on our way. Alright, looking good, looking good. I like to use my finger to smudge things as well, so get my finger in there and get it a little blended. I will say the one bummer about acrylics is cannot blend because they dry so quickly, so there's that. But if you can get in there quickly enough, you can do a little bit of blending. Yeah. Alright, we are getting there. I think another thing that would be nice too is to have like music playing in the background, but I think with technology I'm going to need to figure out how to make that sound okay, because I think if I just played music from like my phone or something, it would just sound really bad on your end. So, won't do that, not today. Awesome. I think I'm going to switch to a slightly bigger brush just because this is feeling too like, I don't know, like kind of like lines, like I'm getting too much line. So I'm switching over to like a square flat brush, and I'm gonna start blocking in that way just because I think I can cover more space and more time, and that'll be really nice. I'm loving how this is turning out so far though. Let me know what you think. Yeah, this is much better. With the square brush is definitely much better. Much more what I'm looking for here. Alright, add a little more pink so it doesn't get redundant with that color. Oh yeah, that's nice. I like that petal there. That was what I want. It's so nice when like you're painting and something just works. Because half the time you're like, wait a second, was that what I wanted? I also haven't painted a flower in a long time, so it was kind of a risk to choose a flower. I've been painting faces and big cats since December. I haven't really painted any flowers since then. So it was a little bit of a risk, but like I said, flowers are nice because they're so organic. They can be kind of, yeah, just like free flowing, you don't have to worry too much. But I am a little rusty. And I did think about painting a face for my live stream, but I don't know, that felt even more risky for some reason. But maybe I can build up to painting a face for y'all in 1 hour. Alright, ooh, I'm liking how painterly that lotus looks. I wonder, I'm gonna turn on this light and see if it's a little brighter for you guys. Let me know what you think of that. I think that's better. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Oh yay, look at all these messages. Okay, Christina says, I love watching this all come together. Yay, I'm glad you like it. Hopefully it's actually interesting to watch me paint. Let's see. Max asked me, what made you start painting? a good question. I have loved painting my entire life, and I kind of fell out of it when I was like in my early 20s. I just was like, oh, I'll never make money doing this, there's no point, and just kind of fell off painting at all. Like pretty much stopped painting for 3 years straight. And then, funny enough, me and my partner, which Max is my partner, so he's just supporting me, asking me really good questions. He asked me, or him and I actually went on a date to a paint and sip because I wanted to paint and go on a date. And that reminded me how much I actually love painting and how much I missed it. So that's what got me into painting again, and that's when I decided to join the Milan Art Institute, is because I just missed it so much. And like when I sat down to paint, it reminded me how much I really love painting and how much I'd been really missing it. It's funny that a paint and sip class could make you remember, but it's true, and I'm so grateful for it. And my friend started doing the Milan Art Institute, and I was following her on Facebook for a long time, and I just saw her thriving, and I was like, man, I want to be like that. Like, I want my life to look like that. And so that's when I started to that's when I joined Milan. And here I am, painting my little heart out all the time and loving it. Just feels so good. There's something about just playing with colors for me that makes me so, so happy. Let's see what else people ask. Let's see. Oh, nice. Alicia says, even more expressive than the reference. Aw, thank you. That's what I'm going for. That's why I'm forcing myself to finish this in 1 hour, because I'm like, okay, let's actually be expressive for once. Because I think when I'm taking my time too much, I start to just make it too realistic, and it's like almost too tight. So I really wanted it to feel more painterly, you know? I'm going to add in a little more pink here just to kind of bring it all together. I think the blocking in layer was a little too light, so I'm just going to kind of glaze in some of this light transparent pink, and that'll just kind of bring it all together, I believe. And then I'll go in and add some highlights, and that'll be a good time. That'll be fun. Nice. I'm loving it, and I'm also gonna go into the background later and just like add some fun, expressive mark making. And I'm actually really looking forward to that part because I can kind of just like go wild and play. But for now, we're still making this lotus look like a flower. And I'm really excited about the way it's turning out, actually. Pretty. Another thing I like about acrylics is since those bottom layers already dried, I can kind of just like glaze right over them with this lighter transparent paint, and I don't have to worry about it moving around on me. It's just staying put, holding the form I already created. So that's such a major bonus of using acrylic paints. Oh my goodness, I'm loving it. Okay, cool. Cool. All right. Let's see. It's definitely still in a messy phase, and that's fine. But I'm gonna bring it together. I'm not loving, well, it looks actually good on camera, but I'm not loving how you can see a lot of like weird strokes here. I was planning to cover that with the lotus, so I'm gonna fix that up a little bit with some green. Let's see. A semi-medium rounded brush here. Okay. Give me some nice green. I never like to use green straight out of the bottle. I use a lot of colors straight out of the bottle. Out of the tube? Bottle? Tube. Right out of the tube. But green is like way too vibrant right out of the tube, so I usually mix it with a little bit of yellow. And I wish you could see my palette, sorry about that. But I mix my green with a little bit of yellow, so you kind of get like an olivey green, and then I put a tad of red in there, so it just kind of desaturates that green. Because, like I said, I don't know, green just right out of the tube, it's not it for me, not it. So now that I got like it's like an olive green. I don't want want it to be too bright though, so toning it down with some red. I'm going to just start kind of brushing in some green down here. And covering up a little bit of that. Trying to make it look painterly still, but not too obvious. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Okay, that's better. I like that. And then just to tie it all together, I'm going to take some of that same green and kind of just brush it in some other spots just to make it feel cohesive, like it belongs there. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Another really valuable thing I learned at Milan too is like paint is meant to be moved around and like mushed around. You're not supposed to just like use it like a drawing tool. It's more of like it's like a medium. Like you're supposed to push it around. You're supposed to play with it. So that was really helpful. Like it's not like you just jab your brush and stroke. It's like push it around, do some wavies. I don't know. Is that making sense? Anyway, that helps me a lot. Okay, now we got some green in there. I'm liking how it's looking, and I'm gonna start adding in some highlights to the lotus flower. What time are we at? Ooh, perfect, 11:30. We are making really good time. I'm actually really impressed by how much progress that I've made in only half an hour. Yay. Okay, I'm gonna grab a sip of coffee. If you've been watching my, here, let me zoom you out so you can see me for a second. Okay. Hi. See my face again. Yeah, since I've been trying to post on Instagram more often, I've been doing like a lot of coffee cheers, like boomerangs. So here's your live coffee cheers. If you have a drink, water, coffee. Cheers to us, live painting on a Tuesday morning. So yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with coffee. Not gonna lie, I used to have a really bad like kind of coffee addiction where I was drinking 3 cups a day, and I've really reeled it back since then. Now I drink 1 or 2 a day. Really proud of that. But when I do have my 1 cup of coffee or 2 cups of coffee, it's so much better because I only have 1 or 2 a day. Okay, that was a much needed coffee break. Can you still hear me, hopefully? Ooh, cheers. Yay. Oh, I love it. Okay. Let's zoom in. All right. Cool. Oh, yeah. Max says you can hear me. Thank goodness. Just gave a whole coffee speech. So I'm glad y'all heard it. Okay. Let's do these highlights. All right. Okay, so I'm going to do like a light pink. So just some nice pink with a little bit of white in there, a little bit of purple. Because you don't want it to be like, when you're doing highlights, you don't want it to be like straight up white unless it's like your final highlight, like the highlight of an eye or something. But when you're just highlighting a flower, you want it to be not too bad. Okay, let's see if this is the right color. Okay, so there's some highlights kind of down here in this petal, so I'm gonna just start blocking those in, just really painterly. Just brush them in. It's a little too dark, so I'm gonna add a little more brightness, a little white. Just a little, and just kind of streak it in there. Ooh, yeah, nice. And then I'm gonna smudge it with my finger a little bit, just because it's a little too straight. Straight lines. There we go. All right. I'm gonna try not to lose my painterly form in this because I'm worried about that. Just ever so slightly. And honestly, if it is too bright, I can just go over it again with that transparent pink, and we're back in business. Let's see. And you know what's funny too about painting is like, when I'm mixing colors on the palette, I think it's the exact right color, and then I put it on the canvas next to the other colors, and it's half the time not the right color I need. But I think that's just because our eyes kind of play tricks on us with colors. Like, you can't really tell exactly what it's going to be until it's on there next to the other colors. So, like, of course it's going to look different. I'm also trying to, like, stay out of the way so you guys can see. Normally I think I would get, like, closer to the canvas, but it's alright. I'm gonna like make it pointed. Yeah, there we go. And then there's like a nice like shape in here that's like highlighted. Nice. Sorry, it's hard to talk during this part because I gotta be so focused to make sure these details look good. Otherwise, we're gonna be in trouble. Let's see. I think it'd be nice to add a little bit of like yellow, just like a tad, because it's like kind of glowing. So I think if we add a little yellow to the pink, it'll add more like, what's the word, like, it'll be more dynamic. Yeah, so I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow, which you wouldn't expect yellow to be in a lotus flower, but I think it'll help. The other thing about painting is you can't overthink it. Sometimes you just gotta trust your gut and go for it, you know? And if it doesn't turn out, it doesn't turn out. That's fine. That's life. A little bit more rough when you're on the live and it goes wrong, but hey, that's also life. Can't help it. Can't help it. Ooh, yeah, that orange really helped. It's making it look so much more dynamic, I think, than it was before. Yeah, I like that a lot. Wow, pretty. Okay. Still debating adding that yellow center. Yay! Thank you so much, Alicia. Can't wait to see it finished. Me too. Me too. Like I said, hopefully it turns out. I think it will. If anything, it's gonna be pretty, I think. As long as I don't overwork it, which is not possible because I only have an hour, we should be good. Okay, I'm gonna leave the lotus for now because I think I just need to like give my eyes a break from it for a second and see what it needs in a little bit. But I want to add more fun stuff in the background. And what's funny is, in my reference photo, and this is like a thing that I did, but it's okay because I like the way the lotus looks. But in the reference photo, the lotus comes almost all the way to the edge of the canvas, and in mine it only comes like a little over half. So yeah, we're gonna have to do something fun in that corner to make up for it, which honestly is fine because like I said, I like the way the lotus looks. I might make this leaf go a little farther out, but other than that, I like it. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of a little more purple, basically. The hardest part is gonna be matching this color, but it's okay. I think if I just drag it out a little farther, it'll look really pretty. It needs a little bit more, something opaque to make it pop off the canvas. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Kind of looks wild right now, but reconstructing it a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I like that because Now it's kind of like it's drawing your eye across the canvas, which is what we want. These are the things that artists have to think about that I think nobody realizes. Like, we have to think about the composition of it to make sure it's doing what we want it to do for our viewers. And that's what makes it look pretty, you know? Yeah. Okay, okay. Not too shabby. Add a little bit more pink in there and we will be good to go. Alright, we're gonna leave it for now. And like I said, I want to do some stuff in the background. So I got out all my little fun things. I'm talking markers and little crayon thingy. I actually don't know what these are called. Pastels, maybe? I should have looked that up before I started. But we got these markers. They're acrylic markers. We have a little crayon thingy, and yeah, I'm just gonna start doing some fun mark making in the background and have a good old time. So in my reference photo, I have like these yellow dots up here in the corner. And so I'm just gonna kind of start marking those in with my marker. And just kind of letting it be fun. Whenever I do dots like this, like I try not to make them too like polka dotty. Like I want to make them different sizes and kind of try to spread them out different amounts of space away. That just makes it look more organic and less like you're trying to make them there. Okay. Cute. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, and then like there's some fun, just like, I should have done this before I painted the lotus, but there's some fun like squigglies in the background, so I'm just gonna go wild and hope for the best with my marker. Whoop. Drop the lid. One sec. Alright. Cute. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Okay. Maybe some down here. What's nice about this marker too is it's kind of like coming in and out. Like coming in and out doesn't make any sense. It's like some of it's like more painty and some of it's less painty, so it's kind of like a faded in some areas and less faded in other areas, which I like because it's not super vibrant. Like that spot a little too vibrant, so I'm just gonna dab it with my paper towel. Yeah, that's better. Now I kind of got it flowing too much. That's alright though. Alright, oh, okay, I love it. The yellow's like really making it pop, which is fun. Ooh! Okay. I got it flowing too much. But we can make it work. That's just how it's gonna be. Okay, cool. Oh, okay. I'm gonna draw in this, these are called unibones, which symbolizes the path to enlightenment. So basically you start your journey here when you're born, and then you go through all of life's journey, and then enlightenment is up here at the top, this straight line. So I'm gonna draw that in real quick. Okay, interesting. Not quite how I wanted it, but gotta work with it, you know? Sweet. Okay, so I know it's really bright right now, but I'm gonna come back in with some painterly strokes, transparent paints, and just kind of knock it back a little bit once it dries. And then, oh, I had some little dots down here at the bottom, so I'm going to draw those in. Okay. Cute. And then I have like a little like hidden heart down here, and I want to draw that in still. I think I wanted to go the other way. No. No. Regular. Okay. Cute. Okay. And now I'm going to take, where's my lid? Oh, here's my lid. I'm going to take my little crayon thingy. Sorry, just thinking of the comments. The yellow pops so much. Yeah, the yellow looks like a lot. But I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Where do I want to add this? Maybe a little bit up here. Oh, you can't even see the little crayon thingy. Bummer. That's okay. We don't need it. I think, I'm liking it. Trying to decide what else it needs. I'm like, honestly, I'm loving how painterly it looks. Like, finally, for once, I've got a painterly looking painting. I definitely kind of messed up my spacing compared to my reference photo, like, especially with that Unalome. This lotus should have taken up way more space. But we can make up for it in brush strokes, I think, in a little bit. I'm going to add a few more highlights to the flower. We've got about 10 minutes left. So, yeah, add a few more highlights to the flower and a few more brush strokes in the background, and we will be done. Woo! I love the way the flower looks right now, and I am scared of messing it up. Not gonna lie. So, just gotta be real careful here in the best way. With a little bit of yellow, a little bit of white, a little bit of pink, and just some sweet little highlights. Once again, not quite the color I wanted, of course. I just love that. It's like, you think it's gonna be the right color on your palette, and then the painting, not so much. But it's okay. Maybe a couple down here. And at this point, like, my brush is super dry, and I'm kind of just like, just grazing it across the canvas, just to like get the hint of the color, just a little tiny bit, because that's how you add like a nice brush stroke highlight, if that makes sense. Okay, all right. I'm not mad at it. Okay, I like it. Okay, I don't know how I'm going to bring it together with the Unalome on the far right. I mean, it kind of looks okay. It's not what I was planning, so that's why I'm getting nervous. And also, I just realized you can't really see this yellow on the camera, so I'm going to make it pop a little more. You know what I also really like is, and this is a risk, but the yellow splatters, I think I want to do a few more of those that we did before, but like hopefully less like like a line, but more like a splatter. I'm gonna practice it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Get ready. This is risky. Oh, it's working. Okay, we're good. I don't know if you can see that, but it's splattering a little bit of yellow. Just because I feel like, oh yeah, that was perfect. Ooh, this one in the bottom corner. Exactly what I needed. And I'm going to take a little bit of, what color? Something to push this back a little bit. just can't decide what color. I think it would be nice to do like a purple with a little bit of white, and then to knock back a purple like being too saturated, just add a little bit of yellow, because I don't want it to be super vibrant. I want it to kind of like be muted. And I don't, like I said, you never know if it's gonna be the right color until it's on the canvas, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm just gonna start like pushing in a couple of these purple streaks. Ooh, it's mixing with the yellow splatters. That makes sense. Okay, let's see if this is dry. Yeah, good. Let's look on camera. Interesting. Just wondering how it's looking. Wow. Alright, cool. I think that's good. And then still don't really know how to push back this yellow unalone, but like maybe it doesn't look too bad by itself. Maybe just like a little layer, like a glaze layer of some green. Just a little bit, just to like kind of knock it back. Ooh, that was too much. And the problem too is like making it look like it's natural. You know what I mean? How to look on camera. Oh no. I think that's good. This is the creative process. I'm like, ooh, yeah, oh no, ooh, yeah, no. That's literally what it's like when you're making a painting. Every time. Every time. I think we're looking pretty good. I think I want to add a few more yellow dots around just to make things pop a little bit more. Let's see. Just gonna bring this one back a little bit. There we go. Cute. I love to add like stars or little dots in my paintings because I don't know, it just makes it feel like more magical in a way, because it's almost like little dust particles in the sunlight, or I mean sparkling shining stars are always magical too, so I just feel like when you add little like dots like that, it just makes the painting feel magical. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I might add a little bit of yellow into the flower, just a little. Just in some highlight spots. I think that would be fun. Ooh, we're almost at time too. We're killing it. And I'm just kind of like using my finger here to like blend out some of the marker if I don't love the way the line looks. Just because like that way it kind of blends with the flower a bit more. But I like that. Oh, that really made it pop. Okay, amazing. I think we did it. I think we did it. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna zoom you out and talk to you for a bit, and also I'll show you the painting close up in a second. But wow, okay, I did it. This is crazy. This is so exciting. Sip of coffee. Okay, let's zoom in on the painting. It's gonna be a little bit of a rough ride, sorry. I'm gonna come close to the painting just so you can see it up close. Wow, I'm so stoked. This is the finished piece. And I love it. I like how the yellow kind of glows on the flower. Makes it really pop. It looks really painterly. I love that I didn't add the, sorry, I'm shaking a little bit, the yellow in the center, because I think that would have taken away from the look of it. But I like it. For painting in an hour, It's pretty dang good. All right, I'm gonna put you back up here and talk to you for a minute. Okay, there we go. Ta-da. Okay. Wow, amazing. Okay, my first ever live stream. I'm so happy that you were here. I'm so glad that we did this and that I could actually finish a painting in 1 hour. Because honestly, I wasn't sure. I haven't painted something quickly like this in a long time. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. It looks painterly like how I wanted. I love the mark making in it. It's something I definitely want to practice in more of my paintings. And I do want to do a live stream every Tuesday. Wish me luck. Every Tuesday, same time, same place. So if you have the time to join me, feel free to pop in. I will be answering questions like we did today and kind of just walking you through my process. And yeah, like I said, I'm just so grateful that you had the time to stop by. Thank you so much. If you want to see more of my original paintings and art, you can check them out on my Instagram at CarlyJeanArt or on my website. I have a lot of originals and prints for sale on there. As far as what I'm going to do with this painting, I'm not sure yet. I was debating doing a giveaway, so just pop off in the chat if you want a giveaway. Or I was going to sell it, or who knows. I don't know. It's my first live, so I wasn't sure which direction to take with what I'm actually going to do with this painting. I honestly was just like, let's see if I can survive a live. And I did, and I'm so glad that I did because honestly it was a lot of fun, and there was a lot of ups and downs, a lot of like doubt. Like I said, doubt is part of the creative process I'm learning, so heck yeah, we did it. Okay, let's use let's see. Oh, sign it. Okay, alright. Shoot, I didn't plan to sign it, but if you say so. What color should I sign it in? The funny thing is there's not really room to sign it, guys. I didn't leave a spot for my signature. This happens to me all the time. I'm gonna do it though. I'm gonna do it. Give me 1 second. I just need to find the right brush. It's gotta be a tiny little brush for a tiny little signature. Oh, 1 second, 1 second. Oh yeah, let's see. Okay, this one will work. It's gonna get in the way of it in alone, but that's okay. Just a little, not too bad, not in a bad way. I'm gonna do it like in a light yellow, like a more diluted yellow than the Unalome, and hopefully that looks good. All right, you ready? Let's sign it. Wait, should I zoom you in? Okay, let me zoom you in. Me panicking because there's only 3 minutes left. Oh, look at how pretty it looks. Okay, there we go. Let's sign it. Obviously the final step. Sorry guys, sheesh. All right, I'm gonna get on my knees. And yeah, we'll just sign it with Carly Jean. Right here. This brush is not doing it, guys. I'm sorry. Oh man, I hate it. 1 sec. Start over. Love acrylics for that reason. I need a smaller brush. Like, where's my tiny one? Where's my little itty bitty brush? 1 second. Gotta love a live where I can't find the right brush. Okay, this should work. Let's do it. Sorry, I wasn't prepared for this part. Okay, here we go. One more try. Signature. It's gotta be tiny because tiny painting, tiny signature. Okay, a little darker, 1 second. Just got a little more paint here. I would have done it with the marker, but I think it would have been too big. Can you see it over my bun? Oh my god, literally can't even see it over my bun. Hilarious. Okay. Can you see it now? Cute. Okay. Okay, let's see. Signature. How about that? Carly Jean. Alright, I'm gonna zoom you back out. So you can't even see the signature from far away. Well, thank you for reminding me to sign my paintings. That's a big deal. And I mean, obviously it's the finishing touch. Like, it's not a finished painting without a signature. Obviously. Awesome. Okay, wow. I'm like sweating. That was like so much fun. I'm so glad we did this. yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I'm excited for the next live, and I'm gonna do, like I said, another lotus like this. It's gonna be the pink one next, the one that got the same amount of votes. That's like the pink with a little bit of yellow. I'm gonna be doing that one next week, so make sure to be there if you have the time. If you want to hang out with me and paint again, I had a good time painting with you. And yeah, there's no more things in the chat, so I guess we'll just end it there. Thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you next week. Bye!